see Detroit, baby, we out here. You see what's going on. We activated. We ain't playing no games.
So really, like my cousin Joe, I used to work in the studio, and I learned how to. I didn't even know how to engineer. My whole goal was making beats, but my cousin Joe like, nigga, you better learn how to work that shit. And he was just like a straight street nigga. He like, nigga, I'm about to rap. We about to rap. You about to record us. So we did a couple of songs, and like niggas in the hood was like going crazy over them. So that's like when I knew like, damn, I can make good songs, like period. So then how the Madewest shit came about, like Twan and them, they just really was like, you know, we want to do some music, let's do some music. And I always just be blowing them off because I know these niggas ain't nothing.
Right, street niggas, straight up.
Except for like Mad Dog.
Yeah.
He was a super street nigga, but he always could rap like a motherfucker. I always knew he could rap. But Twan, I'm like, man, this nigga playing.
Right. But y'all took it serious.
Yeah.
They really did.
I'm in jail and I got like one phone call and I call that nigga like, man, help me get out and we can start working on that CD.
That's hard.
So he like, hell yeah, like that ain't shit. I'm happy now, like I'm about to get out this bitch and about to work. So.
And at that time, is y'all Lodge Boys?
It's just us at that time.
Okay.
So I get out and like I'm just like a man of my word. I said we're gonna do this CD, so I'm working on. I'm making all the beats. I'm doing making every hook. I'm engineering. I'm helping niggas with their verses. I'm just doing every goddamn thing. I'm like basically just doing everything, and then you know they had like the street credibility and the love, so that shit was just like going crazy on the, not just on Jory Road, everywhere.
Nah, for real though.
Everybody respected them niggas, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
To this day.
That project y'all had, listen, that's a Detroit classic project.
So, Twine, him and he was cool with Maverick from the Lies Boys and all of them, Big Ben. So they like, shit, we want to do some music too. Like, to me, Mac Nichols and Walt, like, they couldn't really rap to me.
You know what?
You know
it's funny that you said that because Mac, we actually just did Mac Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, he was like, man, when we first went in the studio with Hell, he was critiquing the shit out of everything we was doing. Like, no, he like, we had like the shit that we wanted to talk about, but we ain't know how to organize bars. Yeah. We ain't know chord structure. We ain't know none of that shit. That's what he said though, no cap.
Yeah, I just kept you know, staying on him and shit. Mm-hmm. And then even my son, he was a little kid around. He used to be trying to tell Mac Nichols how to do ad-libs.
Straight, your
like,
son?
A little kid, I remember him being in the studio like, look, if you say something about a car, make a vroom sound or something like that.
That's crazy.
And if you listen to Mac's style, that's how his ad-libs, like,
no, for real,
whatever he rapping about, he's just gonna say it.
No, for real. For real.
So, like, I used to, you know, help them with all their hooks and all the beats. Like, I get them a beat to write to him. By the time they come to the studio, I've been assaulted. And then I just make one on the spot. And it seems like when I make something on the spot, it really just be coming out crazy.
For sure.
So they CD just, with the beats and everything, they just start going nuts.
Going crazy.
So then at the same time, we had Stretch Money would take money to make money. So all three of us used to just do.
How you link with it? Because ain't Crane, that's your first cousin, right?
Yeah, not my first cousin, but that's my cousin. Like, yeah, he brought Stretch to the studio. First time I heard Stretch, I'm like, just was blown away.
Nuts, bro.
Like, he had the street shit and he was lyrical as hell. So, you know, Detroit got two sides. We got like a straight up underground hip hop side, and then we got the street side. He was accepted by both.
Facts. Because he had the bars.
Because you know, them niggas don't really respect the drug dealer rappers.
Sure.
They be looking like,
yeah, no, for sure.
Y'all niggas horrible.
Real talk.
Except for Stretch.
But Stretch he did though. Like, you heard the bars was up to par, the concepts was up to par, and then of course with the production, it was just a recipe for something like, cause you did get that though?
Yeah, I did most of like the whole CD. I did all that shit. I was listening to some of it recently, like, damn, this shit was cold as fuck.
What type of bag was you in? What was you thinking melodically? Or like, just like, what was you thinking at that time when you was going into producing?
So like, when I meet an artist and I just like connect with them and we make a connection, like I like him and I want to see him make it, like it just bring out something different in me. For sure. Instead of just sending somebody a beat, I like to get in there with them. Like I was just, you heard of 03 Greedo?
Yeah, you was just out of town.
Yeah, so like they was like, he wants some beats. Like, and I'm just like, just procrastinating. So they ended up like, just go out there with him. So once I got out there, we just started making magic. Like, and I know that's better than any beats that I would have sent him. Like, I'm just in the studio getting a vibe off of him and just making the beats, and we just coming out with like some crazy shit.
For sure. So I kind of want to talk about, because I personally feel like, so you say at that point in time it was just y'all. Then a little bit later on, Lodge Boys came, Stretch came, Tone, Mike,
yeah, Tone,
KDZ,
KA
had a crazy ass run at that time.
Yeah.
So me personally, I feel like that specific part of Detroit rap culture is fucking overlooked. I feel like people go straight from Street Lords, Rock Bottom to Doughboys. If you could talk about the impact of that time and maybe why you feel
it probably wouldn't even been them if